ゲームの時間だ。
Yes, Will Smurfy with another video of mine. Here is the fourth part of the series why unbalanced team games sometimes suck. Now it is the opposite. Now that's the opposite from the last last video. My team consists of me, Ditz, and I call them Goods. Basically, me and Ditz. Let's say we have pro players here, pro players, and then you have Goods, who is also a good player. I would say he's a good player, above average or good. You can call it like you want. He's good, no? Maybe not as good as Dust, me, or Ditz, but he's good. And our enemy team consists of Dusk, who's a pro player, best player in this game, Löbes, who's not the best player sadly, and Erzeron, who's a good player. And basically we have the better team, and as you can see, Dusk tried to come at me and tower rush me, but failed. Yeah, the theme of this game, like I said, why unbalanced team games suck. Our team is let's say the favorite but better team basically, and Dust's team is the underdog team. They have the worst players, especially Löbes, which is hard to carry. And Dust failed, basically Dust at this moment failed his tower rush. He wanted to tower rush me. It was only me and Dust at this moment, and you can see now it's coming in with a spearman. And I try to, now I try to take down. I should at this point. Now I see King is Erzeron is coming, and he's tried to complete the tower that Ditz tried to make, and I tried to take down the Druids, because as of this now, the tower will be erected most likely. And usually, when someone tower rushes you, what you should do is basically to switch the bases. The reason why this may not work sometimes the main reason why sometimes the swapping of bases don't work is sometimes difference of clans. Sometimes your allies don't make the correct units. Ditz did a great move. After he made Spearman, he automatically made Chemist for our siege units. Now I try to save units, and sadly, Goods doesn't seem to have many units. He doesn't seem to have made units that we need. Basically, I am at advantage here because I got tower rush.
With the wind, I move with haste. Swiftly, quickly, swiftly, I serve. Kill death flames me.
That Aqua is going to die, and yeah, I try to make a new. I try to move my base now to Ditz.
With the wind, I serve. With the wind, I serve.
Because I couldn't swap the bases. And I see Goods doesn't have much units. It is basically 2 versus 3 at the moment. It's mostly me, Ditz, and me and Ditz basically fighting the most part here, doing the most part. Now I try to carefully let my anyhow you can see why also the tower rush worked, and for some reason Goods rushed Ballista, which are tier 2 units, rushing to tier 2 units when full rush is going on is mostly a mistake, especially Ballista, who are weak to cutting, and most tier 1 units are steel cutting damage, and you can see that Ballista are getting shredded. Ditz played very good here. He made Spearman and then Chemist, and then has Samurai out. Very good move from Ditz. the rushing of Ballista from Blitz was a mistake because tier 2 units take too much time to make, and also Ballista we are weak to cutting, like I said. So it was a mistake. It's part of the reason why power was possible against me. And both units are slow anyway. Now we realize we can't go in yet because our army is too small. And now I'm pointing out why he rushed Ballista for no reason. Later in our conversation, Ditz also agreed to that. That was a mistake. It's basically a mistake. It is what it is, I guess.
I am humble.
He says he devs, but you can also defend. He says he defends, but he can also defend with the read.
I serve. I tend.
Ditz is going for horses.
I serve. I toil. I tend. Quickly. I move with haste. I toil.
He made fire. I tell him to wait until better not go in. As you can see, many brawlers coming in. All the brawlers are going to shred the ballistas. This is the reason why I said ballista is a mistake. They get shredded by any cutting unit and they are slow. And my acolytes also died. I should have used. I tried to drain, but he was faster. But his will also didn't kill that much units. If I were him, if I were Lubis, I would try to will the samurai, but he basically only used will to kill like two druids.
I toil. Your will be done. Show me the way. Your will be done. Show me the way. Your will be done. My soul is yours. I follow. I am humble. Show me the way. We need ice.
And now Ditz realized that the most of the brawlers are gone, and now he can go for Kex, who resists magic from the druids. And I also drained him successfully this time. And now basically I am just waiting for me to have crypt, because the moment I have crypt and I can use Lotus abilities, so they're going to lose because they don't have a Lotus play. They don't have Lotus on their own, and Lobus and Azeron are not. Lobus is known to. Lobus only most of the time only spams always one thing, and here I pressed the wrong button at the wrong time, basically. And now he comes Lobus again, and I drained him again. And he basically couldn't kill anyone with his will, because he realized he couldn't go in because of my disease one. And Ditz has horses now, and we can actually advance even if I don't have equip yet. At this moment, Unclean One and Diseased One are everything I need. And the decision from Lobus to make Will was bad anyway, because most of our units now either resist magic like Ballista, Kex, or my unclean ones, or I mean, he can't get near me anyway because I have disease one now with Death Whale. And usually in team games I make up to 3 disease one with Death Whale. Sometimes only 4, which is the maximum, but most of the time 3 should be enough. Unless your enemy has like many, I don't know, many serpent players. And now here comes Lobus again, trying to whirl, as if I don't see him. And now he tries. Lobus thinks he is smart, and Lobus wants to outsmart us by coming with whirl behind our lines. But as you can see, I saw that through, and I drained him, but not all of his units. I took his stamina away, so he can't do anything. And now Crypt is coming. And the moment I have Crypt, I am going to tell you that winning is easily, because they have too much to handle. The best counter for Lotus is either by another Lotus player, or even better by Serpent. Serpent has all the tools to counter Lotus, especially at the end. And Lobus, for example, is, in my opinion, not good at countering Lotus. The only thing he does is whirl. He doesn't even think about making Guardians, who is a very good way to counter Lotus actually, but he doesn't do it. And now I drained his spearman again. He only landed like once whirl, which didn't kill anything. Basically, he failed his whirls again. He didn't have another disease one, or didn't care. And now the game is basically over for them. You can roll them over. And now I have even Steph added out with Dark Canopy. It is over for them because they can't counter everything. They can't counter Dark Canopy, which nullifies all their range attacks and some battle gears. And yeah, we can basically advance and roll them over, because like now we are like a moving tank that can't be stopped. The only thing that I need to win this basically is some. And now it's ordering me to move back, which I do now, to move my base. So now we have 3 rice fields again.
I am humble. I tend hunting.
Azeron suiciding his brawler. I think he set the path. That's why he came at us. And now basically I go forward as always. So this goes forward, and I safely will give them Dark Canopy, unlimited Dark Canopy. That pack was died for nothing basically. Now they're towering up, try to defend us or try to delay us, but the moment is basically over. They can't, in order to win this, they have too much to handle basically. Yeah, as one pointing out that Lobus made like, and as you can see, Lobus coming again. He failed part of a spearman, and he comes again, and I took all his spearman. I drained all his spearmen with whirl, and he couldn't land one whirl again. And all his spearmen got now even worse. They got stunned basically. He will lose all that. These more than 10 spearmen basically died for nothing. He couldn't kill anything with it. And this is the problem of Löbis. He always suicides his units over nothing. This is the reason why he's not the best player. And this is friendly. This is still friendly. Could even say worse. At this moment, we don't even need Guardian anymore because it is over for them. They can't throw anything at us. Ezron also tried to make Ballista, which is useless against Lotus, because massing out Ballista against Lotus is like massing out Werewolves against Lotus. It's a mistake. No Lotus player will seriously get hurt from Ballista, who are ranged piercing dealing units, because I mean Dark Canopy nullifies all range attacks anyway, so why focus on range units? It doesn't make sense. And Azeron is also not good in my opinion. Azeron is a good player, I like him, but he is not good at countering Lotus in my opinion. It is best, in order to counter Lotus, it is better in my opinion, to play with Druids and Sledgers with stun and Maulers, and maybe Hurlers too. This is much better. And Whirl against Lotus is not bad, but it needs to get paired up with Guardians in the mid game. In the early game, Whirl against Lotus is okay. You can't kill Lotus with it, but you can't cripple him. But in the mid game, where people have Drain, where people have Goo ability, no Lotus player will get killed by Whirl only. You need to get paired up with Guardians and Kabukis. Yeah, goods dropped, but the game was over anyway. Because as you can see, we rolled them over, basically. And it was GG anyway. And there's nothing at this point they can seriously throw at us in order to win this. And this is part 4 of the series, why unbalanced team games suck. Basically, you can see the teams were unbalanced. And in the beginning, we may have had problems because of a mistake our team did by rushing Ballista, but that's not a big deal. Ditz handled it very, very well. He played better than me at that game. He played very, very well. And I also disabled all of Löbis units and everything that he threw at me. And yeah, it is what it is.